I help organizations make the right decisions as they jump into the digital transformation scene. I can see the positive difference and or the positive impact the system can make to their day-to-day activities.
Hello everyone, this is Clark Ho and this is my third episode in a new series of videos called Tech Talks with CK. In these videos, I will be talking about my personal experiences with developing in the cloud. In prior episodes, I've invited colleagues in the technology or platform as a service space and HCM or human capital management space. Now let me invite a good friend of mine who's going to talk about finance or what we call ERP or enterprise resource planning. Let me introduce Laur Roxas, or we call her affectionately as Laur. Laur is an ERP or an enterprise resource planning functional consultant focusing on the financials cloud. Laur, for audience sake, can you tell us what you do? And again, taking note that a financial consultant is very different from a financial advisor. So she's not here to sell us insurance or anything. So can you explain the difference between the two, Laur, and what cool stuff have you been doing?
So hi everyone, Laur Roxas here. And first off, thank you. I want to thank Clark for inviting me to your popular vlog. Such an honor. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And thank you for giving our audience a short intro about me and a heads up that I'm not a financial advisor. I won't sell anyone an insurance policy here. Rather, I want to share with you guys what I do as a financial functional consultant. Probably let's start with what is an ERP system? Basically, it is an integrated software of the different business functions that an organization manages from day to day. And those business functions, we have finance, supply chain, manufacturing, project management, etc. So that's how big ERP is. Literally end to end of how you run your business. From how your company source the raw materials, how you create your products from those raw materials, how you deliver those products to your customers, how you collect the payments of your customers, and how you collect and reconcile those different transactions throughout the processes I've mentioned. So I think you might think, wow, financials is such a small part of ERP. But no, actually for me, financials, accounting, is actually the backbone of the organization because this is where the collection of record or data of those financial transactions your company is collecting. This is what we are focusing. We want our financial data to be accurate and transparent because this is what we are presenting to our investors, our stakeholders. This will show how our company is running in the financial space, thus helping you create the necessary strategic decisions for your company. And you see, that's why you should invest in a good and stable ERP system first, especially now that the company nowadays are realizing how important the digital transformation is. And so I am sorry that that intro was long, but probably the shortest description of what I do or what my work is as an Oracle ERP cloud consultant is that I help organizations make the right decisions as they jump into the digital transformation scene. I assess their current system or process of the organization and what are the challenges their users or their employee are facing. So I can effectively identify or recommend a solution and implement that through the different features of Oracle ERP Cloud. I think Clark, the most fulfilling part of my role is that I get to collaborate with the different people like the users of the system, the developers, the testers, and other functional consultants, even from third-party applications. And it's a really good feeling to see how everyone works together as we implement the solution to the customer and just keep the ground running from there on.
Wow, who knew accounting was this exciting? So yeah, thanks for sharing that background and how important it is. So definitely, running a business is just is complicated, but you can simplify it by just making sure you have a very stable system, right? You For any business to run, you need to know if you're profitable, right? So it's really important to have all of this financial data stable, efficiently gathered, and so you can know as early as now if you're actually making money or if the organization is profitable. So thank you for sharing that whole experience and what you do. Just have to curious. So how long have you been doing this work? And could you tell me what was your background? How did you get to where you are now?
Actually, this is my first job right after college. And I've been working with Accenture for almost 3 years now. But before, I was an Oracle ERP EBS. It's an on-prem Oracle application, but I was already a functional resource right after bootcamp. And I think I did have an advantage over my peers that time during the bootcamp because my degree is information systems. So basically, IT and business fused together. So I have accounting and management information systems courses where I learn the high level knowledge of what ERP systems are and what are those business functions or the business processes. I want to share one of the reason I stood out to my bootcamp instructors that time was because I always answered to questions relating to accounting and business, and I think the people I'm around that time were IT, ECS grads, and they're very technical compared to me.
Yeah, and that's it's a great story, kasi remember we are in the technology world, but again, I've always been a proponent that the technology should serve a function. In this particular case, it serves a business function like the accounting and the finance system, and it's a very good story that you're able to say that this technology actually helps fulfill this function. So good, no? It's a very good example of how we are actually using technology to achieve our business objectives. Um, so just out of curiosity also, no, now that you are working on the cloud, what would you say, what would be the differences, or what would have differentiated you now that you're working in the cloud versus working on a on-premise system?
Before, when I was working as an EBS functional resource, I was focused on one stream only, and I didn't have the idea of how the solution was designed, how we get those set up, how we came up with those configurations. But when I was onboarded to Oracle IPS or the Oracle ERP Cloud already, my first project, the expectation was that I already know the all of the financial modules. I know the end-to-end process and how these processes impact our customers. That's why in that project, I was able to collaborate with different functional and technical resources, even the users themselves. I want to share one experience for, I think, one of my projects. I was tasked to walk through an Oracle process to the user. And that user, I can say he's bit of in the laggard scale already. So you really need to take some time to teach him the process. And one time he said to me, uh, he said, I think I'm still familiarizing this Oracle system, but I think this will ease my workload. And that time when I heard that, it feels really great. There was some sort of validation to it that what you're doing, what you are implementing could really change the process this employees are or challenges these employees are facing. And Clark, I was talking to him for a long period of time, so I already learned a lot from him how they do things currently, and I can see the positive difference and or the positive impact the system can make to their day-to-day activities. And and by the way, I only know how we do it in Oracle ERP Cloud, but because talking to him, I was able to I was able to get a lot of accounting knowledge. So basically, I coach them, but at the same time, I learn from these people.
Nice. And just what it was that person wasn't me, right? Because
Not sure, like it was one of the users.
Because I no, just as for the audience, as you know, I do want to thank you because there was a time I was actually configuring. I was trying to learn how to configure the ERP cloud, and Lord, do want to thank you for the help you did. You had to explain to me how to add a new dimension into a chart of account within the ERP cloud. So you I actually had to go inside the ERP cloud and change that, and that actually solved my problem. When we're doing some analysis. So thank you. So I can relate to the experience of how how you're able to help people, our customers, our users. So it's a great fulfilling, that you are able to help me. So thanks for that. How about any advice you want to share to our audience on how to become you?
I think the best advice I can give, whatever career you are pursuing right now, is to invest in yourself. Go strive to learn a lot of things and become an expert of something. In our field, get a lot of certifications, attend a lot of trainings. Because when you build yourself and enhance your knowledge, you can sell yourself at a higher price. But that's just one thing. Of course, because there will be a lot of great opportunities coming your way. I'm sure of it. And actually, that's what I love about my job and Accenture. There are endless opportunities out there to grow yourself, whether it's in a personal aspect or in your career.
Well, yep. No, totally great. I like your career journey thus far. You were essentially just been with us. Well, starting your career just three off college, 3 years only. You're already a Oracle financial consultant. So I think great advice for those audience out there. No, so yeah. So anyway, that's all we have time for. Thank you again, Laur, for having this conversation with me. I wish you well, in your work and your future career. And for the audience out there, thank you for watching this video. Watch out for the next episode where I talk more about with other people with their how they develop in the cloud. With that, I hope you like this video. Please like, follow, share, comment on it, and catch you in the next video. Thank you.
Subscribe to Clark. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Clark.
Bye.